Okay, so I wanted to look at more political questions from the community tab section. Every so often, once I'm kind of handled enough other videos, I will post up a request for certain kinds of questions and for public topics. And there's one up there now, and if you want to, you can add to it, and I will just, you know, it's the T-Rex post. It's the very first post you should see on the community tab. You can leave political. I'm asking if you want political. For the political questions, go ahead and leave them there. Make sure you make sure you try to look over some of the questions of other people a little bit, so that you don't ask something that's already been asked. But you know, I'm not going to block you if you if you don't. Anyways, so continuing with the political readings, I'm going to look at whether or not 45. Miss T asked, has 45 allowed in Russian spies, and is he planning revenge for losing? She asked a lot of really good questions, but I can't do them all here. She also asked, will the Trump kids turn on each other? Will the new AG and DOJ come after 45, his family, administration, and the Republican senators? Well, I believe the last one, the new Attorney General and Department of Justice, will, I believe, most definitely go after them because they've broken the law. And numerous times. So I think that I can answer that without even going to the cards, Miss T. Definitely they will. And I'll continue here with some of the other questions. Okay. So firstly, because each one of these questions could lead me into a very long reading, I'm going to pick one of them here and that I haven't kind of touched on. I want to see, is he planning revenge for losing? I haven't read on that. Well, I do see that he's going to be absolutely doing and not doing things, becoming more obstinate, and he doesn't care that he's going to risk damaging our country or hurting other people. You know, he just straight up doesn't care. He's narcissist, sociopathic, whatever. He does not care. And he will be the worst until he has to leave. I don't think he's going to want to be necessarily roughed up and, if you will, scruffed, if you will, and taken out, because it's just not manly enough for him. So I think he'll make it look like he's walking out on, you know, doing his own terms, whatever. It's just like, just leave. Can't be fast enough. So I want to see, is Trump planning, and I'm sure he is, but I'm going to see if we can't see how that goes. Is Trump planning revenge for losing? Is he planning revenge? He's already, I think, enacting some of this revenge by not withholding funds for COVID and things like that. He's out on the golf course when he's needed. He's even more, he'll do more of that. I think he might as well pitch a tent, you know. Not that he'd ever, you know what I'm saying. Okay. this shows that there are things that haven't been revealed yet or haven't come to pass yet. But I think it's more that yes, there is a secret plan. There's some secrets here. The Seven of Swords, taking something. Look, the man here is putting in the act of putting swords in his satchel. He's collecting them. So I think he will take some things that he shouldn't be taking. And that, with the sword, it makes me think it's intelligence, potentially. Or information. He's collecting some information secretively. There's radical change or an end connected to this. I'm sure it is an attempt to just bring a horrible end or the end for certain things or certain people. He's going to just try and, I think, throw a spanner in the works, and maybe to deal with the pandemic or things like that. I think here and there they're going to find booby traps, if you will, where they just have made a mess of something that was essential. They're not going to make it easy for the team coming in. They're going to make messes on top of messes, I think, of what we've already got going on. Yeah. So his end is still going to be celebrated. It's not going to matter. Yeah, he's going to do that, but I still see that at the end of the day, people will be celebrating. People still won't like you. You're not going to, you will never be loved in the way that these people are loved, in the way that Biden, Obama, and many other people that actually have tried to serve the public are cared about. This gets worked out. Temperance, this secret. It's a combination of things as well. He's probably taken a variety of things, but my concern is intelligence, and I do think he will be trying to sneak some kind of information. The Chariot, the Moon, and the Hermit. Oh, he's not going to like that. What I see happening for him is he's going to find, I believe, his means to communicate. Well, now, wait a minute. I'm seeing if this isn't part of the detail. Okay, so we have Temperance and Chariot. So I think it's some of his stuff gets stopped. The Karma and the Hermit. This is the card of Judgment, but in this deck it's called Karma, which is tarot, and the Hermit. He'll be investigated for it. It's just going to be another log on the pile. And I feel like this is almost a boomerang effect, that it kind of hits him in the back of the head rather than the intended. Backfires on him because it's consequences catching up to him, and he's going to find himself, I think, with less and less of a voice and more on the outside. As the hermit, I see him fading. The actual vision that comes to me is of him, and his voice and his will diminish. He'll still, I think, be a pest. But there'll come a point where I think we will hear from him a lot less than he would certainly like to. He will not be, rather that he will not be also getting the attention. Because of the karma card, I feel like it's just all it's gonna get him is, and he doesn't. I don't think he really likes to be alone. He needs a lot of praise. He needs other people to prop him up. So that is not going to feel good to him. I'll throw down another row. The Emperor, yes. Yes, he certainly does have revenge plans. But I think that, again, I'm going to have to say that no matter what he tries to do, it's just not going to end up working out. And I think you'll see less and less of his cases where he's trying to bring a lawsuit or stop, or, he might get something here or there, but it's going to be, I think, relatively weak. But I think the more important things for him, it's just going to be laughed out of court. So there will be more humiliation that he's not going to like once he's out of office. This is the 8 of Cups, and 7 of Cups. This deals with the trickery, but it's also like there's a variety of different things. There's confusion. So, potentially too. So he could have taken creating some kind of confusion by trying to take with him. And he may, I think he is going to take, some kind of information with him. I don't know how that one would do that or whatever, but I see that some kind of information he's going to be taking with him. And I think with the Chariot trying to perhaps share that over with other foreign people, I don't know. He weaves here he lets out a smoke bomb of deflection, and I think he'll be pulling out all the stops of his crazy. But here's the celebration, and I believe of the social change and the celebration of Biden coming in with that 4 of Wands typically. And for him, for Trump, it's about trying to delay it. But I think for him, his attempt will not work. I see the Hangman as Trump. And he's going to be on the flip side of this. his efforts will not work out. Again, where I said I got that boomerang feeling, and now there's a sense of suspension. But I think he will hamper some of the transition, maybe by trying to fiddle around or screw around with some kind of information. It's petty. It's so petty. But this one worries me a bit, because this one I do think, you guys, that he has taken, possibly, very possibly, or will, some intelligence. I'm sorry, we know it's not his. So, our nation's intelligence. But I do think he will get in trouble for it. And I don't know that what he intends to do with that will work out. I tend to think that will be something he will get caught for as well. It will catch up to him. Because karma. He has the karma card. And the death, karma, and this is the end for him. This is truly the end for him. It's going to be, number one, the end of course, his presidency and his hope to be an authoritarian dictator is just going to go down the drain. And he's at the end of his life. And what a way to end your life. It's going to be through a great deal of stress and litigation. And as I've said in many other videos, I believe that will kick up dementia issues, and he will have a lot of stress, possibly health issues as a result. So likely. And again, all my readings on this channel, I remind you, are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So there you go. That is on Trump and the whole revenge stuff. So let's get another one here of Miss T's questions. Well, I think I've actually covered that. Yes. I think he has allowed spies right here. This would actually probably be spies came in there with, and may have taken some intelligence. If this isn't him leaving with it and part of his plan, because I did ask the question, I think without a doubt when he had the Russians come into the White House. And when was that? I can't remember that. I believe then their little visits. Okay, so now I'm going to look at Clarence Field's question, which is a bit more like, well, it's juicy. These are all juicy. What's Jared, Lindsay, and Pence's hidden secrets? Well, oh my gosh. Let's start with, just going to see if I can do it quickly with the cards, relatively quickly. What is Jared's hidden secret? What is Jared's hidden secret, Tarot? What is a big hidden secret of Jared's? What is a big hidden secret of Jared Kushner? What is a big secret for Jared Kushner? The Knight of Pentacles. Well, looks like it's a financial card. It's also a card of a length of time and staying the course of doing something over with regard to finances or toward a goal financially. So putting his efforts in to secretive work with the High Priestess. This also alarms me because here's his secret. I think it is financial in nature, is what it's coming up here. Here's the secret, something about long time spent operating business a certain way, shall we say. It looks like it's dealing with business. But not necessarily, maybe more than that. Business and pleasure, Two of Cups. Or business partners. Secret relationship, Two of Cups. And Six of Cups. Ooh. Well, this is usually somebody from your past, or there's children connected. I don't know. Does Jared have a child with a secret mistress? Because I'm getting children and the past, and I'm getting the Two of Cups. But we'll see. There's some aspect of children here that comes up as part of this secret. Has he kept a mistress and a child here, and paying for them? I don't know. The Chariot, movement, travel, activity, which is interesting because the Knight of Pentacles is typically a slow, steady, no rush pace. It's not, there's no giddy up. Here's the giddy up in the Chariot. Suddenly there's wheels and action and movement. And karma about this secret. There's a Queen of Swords. Ooh. Who's she? She falls under the Two of Cups. And the Empress. Oh. Weird. I'm almost getting like he's got another family vibe. Like he's got a mistress with a child. She's a mother of a child of his or something. Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, children, relationship, bond, karma, a Queen of Swords, the Empress. She's like, and she comes right under, the Empress falls right under the child card. I think there is a woman that has a child of his that maybe other people don't know about. Or maybe the public doesn't know about. Yeah, the Lovers. And this has been going on a long time. But it's going to end. because the secret will come out, I believe, and that he'll be judged for it. Oh, and there's going to be fighting. This woman, and it's not Ivanka. He may make her angry. She's going to be looking to take information. Or this could be even somebody leaking the information of this secret. Ooh, didn't expect to find that there. Okay, there's some tea for you. Some tarot tea. That's on Jared. Okay. Now, let's look at the tea on Lindsay. So Clarence Fields was asking what the hidden secrets are of Jared, Lindsay, and Pence. So, having covered Jared here, now we're going to move on to Lindsay, because that's the next person he has listed in his question. So, what's Lindsay's hidden secret? What is a big secret of Lindsay's? Lindsay Graham, Leningrad, Lindsay, Lady G. What is Miss Lindsay's biggest secret that he is so afraid should ever be revealed? Okay. The Five of Cups, there's loss. A really deep sense of loss of someone. Missing someone. But he may also deal with depression. I know he depresses me. And the Three of Swords. Yeah, broken heart. I feel that there is someone who may have passed or broke his heart. It looks to me like it is the loss of some kind of, perhaps somebody he was in a relationship with that he loved. May have dumped him even with that 3, because that can indicate cheating or breaking off a relationship or somebody coming between two lovers. That's the love triangle card typically too. And heartbreak. And it can indicate illness, but in this case I feel like this is dealing with some kind of heartbreak. That's some kind of break in a relationship or loss in a relationship. I'm feeling in this case maybe not so much that it is more him grieving the loss of the relationship rather than a actual death that I'm getting. Page of Cups and the Moon. There's like, the Page of Cups is usually kind of a light-spirited card with the little girl in the water. There's a playfulness usually to it. And maybe there was a playfulness in a relationship that he misses. And this is something he wants to keep very, very, very quiet with the moon. It really put him into a deep depression. I think a lover rejected him for somebody else. And maybe for somebody that's not going to be facing some prison. No. But somebody dumped him. I believe it was an intimate relationship. It looks like they preferred someone else to him or was cheating on him. Maybe with somebody younger. That would really hurt. And he didn't know it. That with that moon. So I feel like the entire time they were with him, I feel like they were cheating on him with somebody else. And I think they eventually went for somebody who may have been younger or more fun. They may have found him too gloomy. Especially here with the Page of Cups and the moon. I do think, or get a feeling, and again, once again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only, that Lindsay likes young men. Okay, there's no problem with that as long as they're of age. Although I do think it's weird if you're anybody, no matter how you identify or whatever, going after people a lot younger than you just makes me feel like as an adult that you can't handle somebody your own age and you're looking to manipulate somebody younger that doesn't have the experience to stand up to you. That's my typical response, but I know that's not fair entirely in every circumstance, of course. But in many of them it is. So we see when we go in that first couple of cards vertically with the Five of Cups. Oh, it's out of doggone it. Sorry, guys. There. So with this mermaid here, this is a cute little deck. The Witch's deck, I believe it's called. It's a smaller deck. I think you can find it on Amazon if you're interested. I'm pretty sure it's called the Witch's deck. I can't. The box is long gone. Anyways, so here we have this grieving, this loss, this mourning, and mood swings. And I think him trying to contact this person, there's this back and forth energy, one to the other. And then there's the Seven of Pentacles, like, I feel like he can obsess. And I think he may have been a bit of the obsessed, jilted lover. May still be, for all I know. But I'm getting this is one of the big secrets. Somebody broke his heart. And I'm feeling like they snuck around with somebody else behind his back. And I think he, as a result, I believe, and I've always felt that Lindsay has sent financial, like he's kept a boyfriend or escorts, that kind of thing. And I think that's a situation here. And I think this person basically used him like a sugar daddy and found another one. I think that's a distinct possibility. Because the finance back and forth here, I think he was sending this person money, and here he stops. And he, I think, stops the flow. Because look, it's all finance here. Ooh, and the shadow card. I think he could be blackmailed by this person, potentially. Or is worried that he would be. Because there's the moon and there's the shadow card comes underneath, and the shadow card is 15. What that is. It's not your typical tarot. There's a little different type of a deck. Oh, probably that's old Sparky, huh? Let me just check something real quick. Take me 2 seconds. Yeah, so he gets the devil and the moon. And this is, to me, indulgence. This is also oppression. Using his power to control. It's also sex, substance devices. But in this case, I believe there is a sexual vice. I think he's worried about, but more hurt. I think he really cared about this person and they broke his heart. And there's a financial aspect that I think, has he been sending this person some kind of money? And he tries to hold on to it here, but here comes the devil, the blackmail. I think there is something about potential blackmail on him through, I think, a relationship with somebody that he was obsessed with. And he might pay them monthly. He might have to pay them on a schedule, or has been paying them on a schedule. I'm wondering about something like that. Look at that. There's more coins. And school or studies. I believe a repetition is sense again of him sending money, or sending. Maybe he paid for their schooling. I don't know. But the tower came and broke his heart. And woke him up. And this is clarity. I feel like there's going to be this will come out. Because of course it's going to. He should have just owned it. At least if you're going to go with some dignity. But he doesn't have any dignity. Maybe he just never did. And this is the nonsense, I think, of the false front that he put up of who he is, what he's about. Well, because we get the moon. Oh, yeah, we get the moon, we get the devil, and we get the 10 of cups. So we are talking about, I think, with him, being very indulgent. I'm feeling boozy indulgent, and I'm feeling like there's sex involved. He's doing perhaps also illegal things. I don't know where the money is coming from in his life, but how he could afford the lifestyle and paying someone like this, I guess that's why he has to then compromise himself, because he's I think, has been blackmailed. Or threatened with it. No, he's been paying somebody on the regular. And I think that he's not wanted. He's not wanted to. I see him being confined, a sense of confinement. So there could be some prison time for him. Maybe he's used funds in a interesting fashion and moving them around to pay off his blackmailer or pay for certain services and blackmail. So this is a card of feeling confined, and they're either from being able to make an offering or from being able to come forward. But I think it's young men with that Knight of Cups. I think that his overtures, there could be texts, there could be, somebody has kept record, somebody has receipts. I'm feeling like pictures, photographs, what, communications. The Sun, yeah, it's going to be revealed, I believe. Yeah. And he will lose power. He will be on the out. So that is on Lindsay and Jared. And I'll do the pence in another video because this is already 43 minutes. There you go. See you in the next video on Pence's Secrets.